Paul Johnson is in Los Angeles for us. Paul.
Donna, Los Angeles was quieter overnight. There were no reports of looting, though police did report having arrested more than 200 people, clearly taking advantage of that curfew rule that Mayor Bass enacted last night. The mayor today also challenged the federal government over whether these sweeps are actually targeting threats to public safety or just going after the low-hanging fruit.
Thank you, President Donald J. Trump, for securing our border, for deporting criminal illegal immigrants.
That's Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem touting the Trump administration's deportation sweeps as being a roundup of dangerous offenders. And on Wednesday, they released the profiles of 9 men picked up in the LA raids. They say among them were a murderer, a pedophile, and a drug trafficker.
Throughout the day, they brought more and more agents, about 50 trucks.
Antonio Hernandez witnessed the operation that happened near a Home Depot in Paramount. Down in the parking lot, we spoke to 3 men who turned up hoping to be hired for construction work. It didn't feel like any hotbed of criminality. And the men told us workers have been gathering in the region's Home Depots for many years. Normally, they say between 20 and 30 people would be here, but the community's been shaken up by the raids.
These aren't the criminals the administration is allegedly targeting. These are mothers and fathers, restaurant workers, seamstress, home care workers, everyday Angelenos trying to make a living.
Back in LA's Fashion District, where the first confrontation with ICE agents happened at a clothing warehouse, witnesses to that event described a similar situation. A peaceful and orderly place where people appear to have been arrested as they showed up to do legitimate work. By early afternoon Wednesday, demonstrators were back on the streets, this time in front of City Hall. That's where we met Ascension Torres.
I think one of the things that people are doing is taking a great big exhale.
Torres told us he's trying to encourage demonstrators to keep it peaceful, concerned that looting, vandalism, and attacks on police will only undermine their message, as the entire world right now is watching what's happening in LA. So as this story goes on, we're learning more about the controversial deployment by President Trump of thousands of soldiers to the city of Los Angeles. We have to say, we haven't seen any of the National Guard soldiers out and about in this city. They've been kept to guarding the federal building downtown, and even there, we've really never seen more than a couple of dozen of them. The other big controversy was the announcement that U.S. Marines would be coming here. We haven't seen any of them yet, and the latest word from the Pentagon is that they are still in, quote-unquote, pre-mission training. Donna?
Okay, Paul Johnson in L.A., thanks.